Hey guys, Mike here. So, it has been a while since I've done a review for a movie. It's not been any real reason, it's just been a mixture of work and I haven't really been going to see anything. So, I do apologise to the fans out there. Well, that was a little unnecessary. So, hopefully from now on I'll actually start seeing a couple more movies so I can keep regular reviews coming out. So anyway, here we have Captain Marvel. If you haven't seen it, then go see it just before you watch this review, because I will be talking about it. But with that, let's get started, shall we?
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's cute? I'll be back.
So Captain Marvel is the 21st movie in the MCU movie franchise and stars Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, who you may know from Kong Skull Island and from Room, not The Room, very different movie. So at the start of Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers is known as Vers. Vers and a group of Kree Special Forces are on the hunt for a group of dangerous aliens known as Skrull, who can shape change into pretty much anyone. On the mission, she gets captured, she escapes, she crash lands on Earth. However, on Earth, it's the 1990s, and while she's on Earth, she ends up meeting Nick Fury, and the two of them join forces to help try and find the Skrull so she can complete her mission. So, going into Captain Marvel, I was really excited for this movie. I didn't know all that much about Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers or whatever, so I was really looking forward to finding out more about the character. Though I must say that this film does start off very, very jarring, to the point of you're wondering, is this even an origin story? Have I missed like 3 movies before this one? I mean, to make matters worse, towards the start as well, there's this memory sequence where they're kind of going through her life and someone's talking over it, and you're not really sure what's going on because it's pretty much just all over the place and it's really hard to see what's going on. I mean, I was just about able to make it out, but for the average moviegoer, I think they might have a hard time kind of getting to grips with this one. But once Captain Marvel actually does land on Earth, that's when the plot gets a lot more streamlined and a lot more easy to follow. But as for Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, I really liked her. I thought that she was really good in this. I wouldn't say that she was great, but I wouldn't say that she was as terrible as everyone else is making her out to be. I'd say that she's at her best when she's either being snarky or witty, or whenever she's on screen with Nick Fury. Because the two of them have really good chemistry, and it really kind of gives this buddy cop movie kind of vibe, which I really actually liked. And actually, another thing that I was really looking forward to, which the movie didn't actually deliver on, was seeing Clark Gregg make his return to the MCU as Phil Coulson. Because I love him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and if you're not watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you should definitely go watch that. So, I was really looking forward to seeing him make his return to the MCU. But unfortunately, he only has like maybe 5-7 minutes of screen time, if that. But when he actually was on screen, he was fine, he did his job, but he just didn't really have all that much to do, and ultimately, if he actually wasn't there, it wouldn't have made really any difference. As well, like I said, Samuel L. Jackson was really good as well. His chemistry with Brie Larson, like I said, was really good, and he was definitely one of the standouts in the movie. But other than that, I wouldn't say that anyone else particularly stood out for me. I mean, Ben Mendelsohn was fine, Jude Law was fine. Other than that, not really much to go on because, yeah. And actually, another thing I took issue with was the music. Not necessarily with the choice of music, but how they actually implemented it into the movie. I mean, this isn't like Guardians of the Galaxy where the music has a role to play in the story narrative, but it's more like they kind of pick songs they like and just threw them in there. Not quite as bad as Suicide Squad, but to the point where you're just thinking, it's really kind of taking away and distracting from the scene. But actually, I'd say another good thing though was the CGI, and I think it's probably some of the best that we've had in the MCU. Probably not necessarily throughout the whole movie, but on the alien planets, when Captain Marvel's busting out her powers, that CGI is really, really good. Now, taking all this information, what did I think of the movie? When I walked out of the cinema, I really liked this one. I would have recommended it to absolutely anyone. But when I actually stopped and thought about it, all the cons against it, I weighed it against the pros, and ultimately I came down to the fact that this movie was actually quite disappointing. I'm not saying that it's bad or terrible or anything like that, but I just expected a little bit more. Like I said, the cast were fine. The story structure isn't really anything we haven't seen before. The CGI was really good. There was quite a few jarring points. But all this together made quite an average movie for me, and something that I wasn't actually quite happy with. Let me put it to you like this. A gang of misfits brought together to fight a common enemy. Marvel did it better. 2 superheroes with different ideological views on the world, and because of this they have a fight over it. Marvel did it better. Big superhero ensemble cast brought together to fight a greater evil. Again, Marvel did it better. However though, female-led superhero movie, DC actually did it better. I mean, I don't want to keep bad-mouthing Captain Marvel, But Wonder Woman was just such a better movie. Diana had a lot more character to her, the story was a lot more interesting, and as a whole, that movie was just so much better than this one. And that's the thing, it really upsets me to say because I'm such a big Marvel fanboy and I love pretty much everything they've done. And that's why it hurts me so much that this one wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I think it just comes down to the fact that Captain Marvel just deserved better directors, better writers, and like I've kept saying, just a better movie. But after saying all this hasn't ruined my hype for Avengers Endgame. I mean, it comes out in a month and a half and I cannot wait to see that movie. And more so, I can't wait to see Captain Marvel in that movie because I'm sure with the Russo's help, she can actually reach the heights that we all hope that she can get to. But now, as for whether or not, you guys should go and see it. Despite everything I've said about this one, I still think that you should go see this movie in the cinemas. Partly because, like I've said, I'm a big Marvel fanboy, but this is definitely one for the big screen because towards the end there are lots of big CGI visual effects which definitely need to be experienced on the big screen. And as well, though this one has been receiving a few mixed reviews, it's still going to do ridiculously well. So whether it needs support or not is up for debate. But still, go see it anyway because I don't think it's as bad as everyone's saying it is. Though, it's not really all that great either. Okay guys, that's my review for Captain Marvel. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite MCU movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!